The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Widebody Redeye Jailbreak. It kind of sounds like the names of the royal family, and the name is as long as the car itself. Stellantis, the parent company of Dodge, has revealed that by 2030, 50% of the portfolio will be fully EV, which means that the time for the V8 to end has come. Will they actually go away? Which brings me to this, the Jailbreak edition. So why are they offering the Jailbreak? Well, it's part of the last call for Stellantis. They're trying, in my books, getting rid of all the models that they have in their lineup. They don't know what to do with them, so they're just making all these different models and call them part of the last call so that you guys would rush into dealership buying the last V8s. All they have to do is just keep making this so people buy them, because they're telling everyone that they will kill the V8s completely because they want to go fully EV, which in my books is not true, especially after the fact that people are so outraged at Dodge for saying that there's going to be another Durango Hellcats. They just introduced that because they sold so many of the Hellcats that now they're saying, well, we're gonna keep making them. Probably because they're left with so many of those engines that they don't know what to do with them. Now, the thing is that although they say the last call, they're offering different models, and the Jailbreak is one of those models, which is technically a Redeye with fancy stuff around it and different paint colors and different brakes, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, you're probably wondering, Sam, how do you know that we're going to have more V8s after this? Like, what makes you think that they're not going to kill the V8? Well, first, they introduced an electric model of the Challenger, which is technically a Charger, they say, but it looks with a two-door, and I did see one in person at the Detroit Auto Show. And also, I have a hint. Which brings me to the one that we're driving today's video, which is the Jailbreak. So what is the Jailbreak? Well, it's a combination of 20 options offered to the buyers. You can customize this thing the way you want it. So you get 7 options for the seats, you got 7 options for the stripes and the wheels, you get 6 brake caliper colors, 5 exterior badging finishing, you got 4 choices for the steering wheel, seat belt colors as well, floor mats, and a lot more. But let's get into the detail, what it offers with this package that we have for today's video specifically. Let's start with the interior first of all. We got the Alcantara beautiful steering wheel. We have this carbon fiber finish trim for the center console, the infotainment display as well. We have the Hammerhead seat color, as you can see, the gray Laguna leather, and we have the Hammerhead style gray floor mat. We have the gray color seat belts, as you can see from here. There's a Jailbreak badge underneath the air vent for the passenger side, so that the passenger knows that this is not just a Redeye, it is a Jailbreak. And most importantly, a nicer interior with some added details, like little touches here and there. On the outside, we got the deck lid stripe and wide body side stripes as well, so that you'll know on the road that this is an actual Jailbreak model. We got the tires and the rims specifically with this package. We have an option for blue and yellow brake calipers, 20 by 11 inch warp speed satin carbon and lightweight low glass granite wheels. That was a long name to remember. There's a lot of option in this thing to just make it a bit more of a jailbreak. But I have to say, I'm a big fan of this suede, Alcantara in this case, steering wheel, which of course with time is gonna look like a dead cat. But other than that, it's pretty much just exterior features and interior added on that you can customize in different colors. That's pretty much it. That's a jailbreak. Now, let's talk about the engine. 6.2 liter V8 making 807 brake horsepower and 797 pound-feet of torque. Woo. Got away from that smoke. Woo. That's what this thing is good for. A good old burnout. Let's talk about this bad boy. What it essentially is a Redeye with a jailbreak trim. And that's what they're offering you. Just a way to customize it to your needs. And because they probably have a ton of these models that they're, let's just say, trying to get rid of them because they need to move on from this generation. Now, I understand why they're doing that, because the only way to convince buyers that to buy these cars is basically saying, well, get one because they're gonna go away, which I have said this over and over again. Well, they can't do that very fast. First of all, if they're gonna go EV fully, they can barely find parts for EVs. The semiconductor issue right now, which of course EVs require more, well, it's not gonna be that easy. So what do you do as a company that you can't find parts to build cars? Do you kill your most popular products? They sold like 2.6 million vehicles of the Challengers and Chargers, even with the 392 engine and the Hellcats. So you just tell people, keep buying these, so they get rid of these and they move on to the next generation. They're very smart in doing what they did because they did not release the next generation for the V8. They just went straight to the EVs so that people get scared, well, let's just buy them now. It's an old tactic that many companies use. It's not just manufacturing companies, automotive in this case. Don't buy this car because Dodge is telling you you should buy this. Buy this car because you actually like it. Because if you're just looking at the fact that, oh my God, I need to buy this because these V8s are going away, they're not going to go away. They're not going anywhere as far as I'm concerned. They can't kill them. Maybe in 10 or 15 years, once they resolve the issue with the EVs and figure out how to get semiconductors and all the minerals and everything that comes with electric vehicles. Building batteries is not cheap and they're expensive. So they're not gonna go out of the way and say, we're killing the V8s completely because they're gonna lose customers. It would be like McDonald's getting rid of the French fries or their Big Mac. Like, this is one of the best-selling products in their lineups anyways, whether it's the Challenger or the Charger for that matter. This is my first time as an automotive YouTuber that I've had a Hellcat for 1 week. Because the people at Stellantis, they're just concerned that I'm gonna drag race these vehicles. The company that sells you drag racing tires with your vehicle to go to a drag strip is scared of us drag racing these cars. Don't ask me why, it's a different topic. But finally I got to drive one for 1 week and I got to learn about these cars before they go away. And in some ways, I have driven them, I have drag raced them many times. You guys have seen them on my channel, so it's not really the first time. Even the Redeye Charger as well, I was able to drag race it myself. And one of the things that I find with these is that they got so much power that you can't handle it in normal roads and you're constantly spinning. Like from Monday till like Wednesday, the temperatures in Toronto dropped to about 8 degrees Celsius. I don't know that in Fahrenheit, but let's just say it's chilly. It's not warm. And it was so hard to get this on the road with custom mode that has 807 horsepower. It's just way chillier outside and the tires didn't get up to temperature. So it was like spinning constantly. And driving for 1 week, I learned a few things about this that in some ways I'm glad I didn't buy one because I almost wanted to buy the Redeye. I don't think they're gonna get rid of these cars at all, and the fact that they're going to remake the Durango Hellcat, that just shows that. I also did see somewhere online that they're working on a Hellcat Durango Redeye, which again just explains that they're not gonna get rid of these V8s. I think it's just a marketing tactic to have people rush into a dealership and buy them so they can get rid of all of these models that they can't sell, because then they have to discount them. It's not a bad car. I'm not trying to trash this vehicle saying that it's a bad car, you shouldn't buy. Absolutely not. It's a 6.2 liter V8 that screams when you put your foot down, if it hooks, of course. Like, you can't beat that. That sound, that to me, it's worth the car itself in many ways. Beat that whining sound. That's just like, that's the best thing about this car. It's the best thing for a V8 supercharged Dodge. It makes me smile. And I just realized I have to go and get gas because I've been playing with this for too long now. Oops. Well, we're closer to a gas station, so let's top this up at this bad boy. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Well, we're not eating out tonight.